It started at 11:38 p.m. I was driving home from work, the road dark and empty, my thoughts already on collapsing into bed. That's when my phone lit up the console, buzzing insistently. I almost ignored it, figuring it was just another late-night spam call. But when I glanced at the screen, my stomach twisted into a knot. The caller ID showed my own name, not a contact I'd saved as me. Not unknown caller, just my exact number, my name right there, calling me. I frowned, a mix of confusion and irritation bubbling up. I answered, pressing the phone to my ear. Hello. For a few seconds, there was only static, a low, crackling hiss that set my teeth on edge. Then I heard breathing, slow, uneven, and far too close. And then my voice, not similar, not distorted through a cheap voice changer. It was my voice, identical in every way, a perfect, chilling echo of my own. Listen carefully, it whispered, the sound conspiratorial and urgent. You don't have much time. I nearly swerved off the road. My heart was hammering so hard I could feel the frantic rhythm in my throat. This isn't funny, I managed to say, my own voice sounding weak and shaky compared to the one on the phone. Who is this? The voice ignored me, its tone becoming even more strained. He's in the house. He's waiting in the hallway closet. If you go inside, you won't come back out. My mouth went dry. Every hair on my arms stood on end. What are you talking about? I demanded, trying to sound forceful, but my voice just cracked. There was a short pause, filled with that same awful, static-laced breathing. Then my voice said something that made my blood run cold. He's standing behind you right now. In a single, panicked motion, I spun around in my seat, my eyes darting frantically around the dark, empty back seat of my car. There was nothing, just shadows and the reflection of distant streetlights. When I turned forward again, my heart still racing, the call had ended. The screen was black. I tried calling my own number back, my fingers fumbling on the screen. A robotic voice answered instantly. The number you have dialed does not exist. It was a prank. It had to be. A glitch in the system. Some kind of sophisticated app trick. I repeated these logical explanations to myself over and over, trying to calm the storm raging in my chest. But as I finally pulled into my driveway, a deep, primal wrongness settled over me. The hallway light inside my house was on. A soft, yellow glow spilled from the narrow window beside the front door. And I was absolutely certain I had turned it off that morning. It was part of my routine, as automatic as locking the door itself. I sat there in the car, the engine still humming, just staring at my own front door. It looked alien, menacing. My phone buzzed again, vibrating violently against the passenger seat where I'd dropped it. I snatched it up. Another call. From me. This time, I didn't answer. I couldn't. I just stared at the screen, at my own name, until the ringing stopped. A second later, a notification popped up. A new voicemail. My hands were shaking so badly, I could barely press the play button. The recording started. It wasn't a message left for me. It was recording in real time. I could hear the low idle of my car's engine, the faint, shaky sound of my own breathing. Then, the distinct click of a car door opening. Footsteps crunching on the gravel of my driveway. My footsteps. The sound was unmistakable, but I was still sitting inside the car, frozen, listening to this impossible audio play out. In the voicemail, I heard myself this other me walk up to the front door, the jingle of keys, the lock turning, and the creak of the door swinging open. A few seconds of dead silence followed. Then, a whisper. My whisper. He's in the closet. Suddenly, from inside my actual house, a loud, violent slam echoed through the night. It sounded like a door being thrown open with immense force. I flinched, my eyes glued to the front of the house. The hallway light flickered once, twice, then steadied. My phone buzzed again, a text message. From my number, it was a picture taken from inside my house, looking out the front window at me, sitting in my car, staring back. My face was illuminated by the phone screen, a mask of pure terror. Underneath the photo, a single two-word message, too late. As I read those words, I saw movement through the front window. The hallway closet door, the one directly in my line of sight, was slowly, deliberately creaking open, and something stepped out into the light. It was tall, too tall, and it moved with a disjointed, unnatural gait. Its head was tilted at an impossible angle, nearly resting on its shoulder, and even from the driveway, even through the glass, I could see its face. It had my face, my eyes, my nose, my mouth, but its smile stretched wider than humanly possible, a grotesque, predatory grin splitting its familiar features. My phone rang one last time. In a daze, my body acting on its own, I answered. I didn't even think. On the other end, my voice was no longer whispering or panicked. It was calm, terribly, placidly calm. You were never supposed to answer the first call. As it spoke, the engine of my car shut off by itself. The dashboard went dark. The headlights died, plunging me into near total blackness. And through the dark windshield, I saw it, the thing with my face. It took a step off the porch and started walking toward me, its impossibly wide smile glowing in the moonlight.